Okay, so welcome to part 2 of the video for the fitting. Hopefully, I thought I'd give it a go myself. As you can see, there's the stereo that's in it. Nothing wrong with it, works perfectly alright. It just doesn't do the phone calls, etc, etc that I need to do, use with it. You'll also see I've already fitted the 4 pins to remove the stereo. So let's see what happens. I've got to try and do this somehow. Let me see if I can put this down somewhere. I don't think I'm going to be able to. As I said on part 1, I am very amateur at this. I don't do this sort of thing, but here we go. The phone is on my knee. So just push these 4 bits in like so, and then give it a pull, and out she slides. And then if I show you behind here, you will see the wiring loom, the aerial, etc, etc. So the first thing we've got to do is unplug these, and that's not necessarily the easiest thing to do when you're one-handed, but we'll give it a go and see what occurs. There's the aerial come out, let that fall there. Now on these Fords, on these stereos, these are on like a little clip thing behind here, so you have to kind of pop the clip open. Let's put it that way around, that's easier. So you pull the clip up, pull the wiring out of the way. Let's try it the other way. Pull the clip up, and then you should be able to pull the whole loom out. Sorry about the dodgy camera work, as I said. Try resting the camera somewhere. No, that isn't going to work either. Right, hang on a second, bear with. Let's just pull that out like that. Okay, so there it is, it's pulled out. Now the first thing I can see straight away, as I said in part 1, let's put the old stereo down there. As I said in part 1, in the surround kit thing that I got for here, there is a loom in there. Now if you look at then the wiring that comes with the stereo itself, which is there, they're the 2 bits that plug in. They look a lot different to that, so you are going to need this different pack with this in. The other thing I'm seeing is, I half expected this to happen, but these bottom ones are to do with the steering column things. I will need to get an adapter to make that work, and I think one of the back here, one on the back of these, not sure which one it is, but one of those is for the steering wheel. Okay, so I will have to change that. Now the other thing I'm just seeing, I'm going to just do is, if I can get it out, is just pop out this bottom one here and leave that little hole there, because I'm going to use that hole for the USB connector, just to thread it through, and then what I shall do at a later date is, wherever I just put it, is cut a hole into that, and that will then have that fitted into it a lot easier, and a lot, so I can just plug into there. That charges your phone and also does the Android Auto. Okay, so the new stereo. Let's just uncable the USB bit first, and we can thread that through out of the way. So that goes there. There's my clip thing. So yeah, hopefully all I can do is just make a little hole in the front of that, which will then have that cable go through it. This is all theory. Actually, that will fit in there quite nicely. If I just cut a little hole in the front of that, that'll actually sit in there quite nicely, as you can see. So yeah, that'll be a job for later. But in the meantime, all I'm going to do is just try and push it through that hole and back out of there like that. Tuck it up out of the way for the minute. I'm hoping that works anyway and doesn't get in the way. So that's like I said, this is all theory because I don't do this sort of thing myself normally. So then with the wiring loom, let's just put it there for a second. There's the wiring loom. So I need to open the packet up with the bit in it, and then that will plug into that, and you'll see you can't really go wrong with it because the blocks there correspond with the blocks there. As I said, that will need an adapter for the steering wheel bit. Just push that together like so and clip that down. That's then fitted into there. Then with the wiring loom for the stereo itself, again you can't really go wrong because that's a females, they're males, and the females are on the other end of the loom that we just clipped in. So there's only one way it can go. So that goes into there. I hope you heard that little click to say that it was in. Now I'm not going to be able to do this parking brake bit at the moment. I'm going to have to do that, get my friend to do that, who's the guy that knows what he's doing. As with the reverse camera, I have got a reverse camera in here which I would like to fit to it, so I'll get him to wire that in later. So then we've got two lots, okay. As you can see, one's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wires. So let's look for that one. That's got 4 on it. That's got a lot more on it. So we'll go with that one into there. That one into there. Again, heard the click. So they're both in. Well then, I'm gonna just fit the wire for the DAB, but again this will have to be fitted by somebody that knows what they're doing properly, because obviously the wire will need to be chased through the top there and out onto the roof, etc. So but we'll just put it in just so we can see it working. Now obviously I can't then show you the radio working with the DAB for reasons of copyright, etc., but I'll just show you this bit so you can see the aerial, how strong that is and how well it attaches. So we'll just do that. We'll plug that in just to make sure that works okay. So that one goes onto there. Just pushes in, nice and easy, very easy in fact. So almost these subs and extras I probably won't need. I will need, again this will be something else that he has to do, which will be tracing the microphone through. Now you do have the option of this little pad thing which you can stick if you'd rather, or you have the clip which will either clip up onto the roof, or you could have it in the headlining, again fitted by somebody that knows what they're doing. But again, that's just for a later date, so I just thought I'd show you. So you can see the cage is already on this anyway, and I'll just fish out the normal aerial cable as well and just push that in, and then we can actually just fire up the stereo and show you the stereo working. And again, this is where this extra kit comes in handy, because it gives you this bit that goes into there, push that into a clips, and then into the aerial on the back of the stereo, like so. Now, all I'm going to do, just bear with a second, because I do just need the two hands. All I'm going to do is just literally tuck this in here, just so we can then show you it working and what happens, hopefully, if it comes on. So that cage will need to be fitted in properly, but this just, like I say, for temporary use or for temporary measures, I'm just going to leave it like that just so we can see it working. So hopefully now that should actually, if I turn the ignition on like so, hopefully that'll fire up. For your safety, do not watch and operate this unit whilst following local traffic laws and regulations. That's where the camera thing comes in. And there she is. She's up and running. So you've got your home key here, your volume up and down. And on this side, this is for your search, for your tracks, for your Apple or your Bluetooth or your Android Auto, etc. I presume this is also for scanning through radio stations. And they have rear camera, AV, and you do have an AV input on the back there. I haven't at the moment. Rear camera, obviously I've not got that connected, so that won't work. Just collect home. Oh, we had a little bit beep there. Settings in there. So you've got general, sound, visual, because you can change all the screens and the wallpaper to however you want it to be. So you can have colours, etc. I believe you can load your own from your phone. So if you wanted to have a picture of your missus on the phone, or your Mr, whichever, who is doing it. Dimmer for things, I'll look into all these. Touchscreen adjust. So if you need to check the touchscreen is working, but obviously it is. Your sound, so in here you can put extra bass on. Haven't got a subwoofer, so I don't need that. Balance, crossfader, etc, etc. Volume settings, phone call sound, guidance during call, that's for your sat nav and so on, so you can have the two going at the same time, which is very handy. There is also in here somewhere, which we will find at some point, a graphic equalizer. So we will find that shortly though. So let's just put the DAB on too, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make sure there's no volume, and then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to stick, I don't know how well you can see it, the aerial outside of the car, just through the window for now, and onto the roof, because obviously that has to ground for it to work properly. Just move that over there and just stick that to the roof. Just do the window up for that, nearly up. There we go, there. So that's just going out of the there and into the roof. Right, now as you can see straight away it has come up with some stations on the DAB. So you can put all your presets down here. There's all your radio stations there, and I think you can search for probably more than that. That's not a huge list, but yeah, BBC Radio 1 Extra. These are just your generic ones that it's picking up. So let's just Radio 1, you can see that there. So if I press and hold that, you heard that beep, and there you see it says BBC Radio 1. So if we try and seek by A to Z, antenna power on, okay, auto tune, let's just try it doing that, see what it does, see if it comes up with any extras. As you can see, the DAB signal where I am is very weak, so that could be part of the reason why it's not finding a lot of the radio stations. But anyway, let's leave that there. So here by pressing the option key, it's brought up the sound select. There is your graphic. You can put extra bass on if you so wish, and there's your graphic. So you've got your own programs there. You've got presets that are already in there for you. Going through those, and there's the custom one, so you can then adjust it however you want to adjust it, set it however you want to hear it and how you want it set. That will then remember that. Okay, so that's very easy. Now if we go back to the home page, and I'm going to try and what we'll do, let's press the home key, and my phone is obviously the one that is plugged in, so I didn't bring a lead out, so I can't show you how easy it is to do that. But bear with, let me just go and get a lead and I'll be back. Okay, so I have a lead. So that, I don't know how well this is going to work with me using the camera, but I'm just going to plug that into my phone, and then again using my knee and the steering wheel, we're just going to plug the USB into there.